Hello, and welcome to our today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. December 3rd edition. All day. And it's a lot, so let's take a load off, shall we? 1922 today, none other than the film A Blind Bargain premiered. We're in the Lon Chaney section of the house on purpose, because Blind Bargain was a really fascinating Lon Chaney Sr. movie where he basically plays a Dr. Moreau, Island of Lost Souls type of character, but not just. Oh no, he also plays an ape man, because this mad doctor, Dr. Lamb, experiments with anthropoid ape glands, if that's really a thing. I don't know, maybe in the 20s it seemed believable. Anyway, the movie's lost. All that exists really is this book, a couple of other things. But this book by Philip J. Riley, as coordinated with Forrest J. Ackerman, put this together. It's like stills from the movie paired with the actual shooting script. Yeah. And here's some of the artwork right there from like newspaper clippings, which like, that's all this stuff here. There is a Blind Bargain right there over yonder. 3 different newspaper clippings. The doctor, the devil, the man, the ape. Wallace Beery also plays an ape in this. It's a Wallace Beery picture. Yeah, so super fun to think about. We actually did a Phantom Creep Theater live stage play reenactment based off of this script. What is this? Here's more of those newspaper clippings, but you know, they're right here. So why go to the book for it? Go to the wall. Face the wall, why don't you? Here is, this is probably like a bookmark from when I was putting together the stage play we did like a long time ago. And it's actually a flyer for a midnight monster hop we did when my psychobilly documentary played as like a double feature, like come for the movie, stay for the bands, come for the bands, show up early for the movie. I don't know. Anyway, that's first screening in New York City. How do you like that? How do you like that? Anyway, yeah, Blind Bargain, very interesting. Nonsense, really, unfortunately, lost to the ages. Can you see this here? There you go. That's Wallace Beery getting a manicure. Trying to find something that's really good. Beastman, Lon Chaney characters here. Because, you know, even though he's known as like a horror figure, most of his movies, he's not a horror actor. He's a, there we go. He's like a broken-hearted clown, a misunderstood loner or something like that, you know? But in this one, I mean, he's like full on, look at him over there. Kind of glimpses of Hunchback of Notre Dame a year later. This is 22, that's 23. Yeah. Anyway, love this. Who knows if it was actually good or not? It's a good question. And I can pose that same question for the next movie. Also a Lon Chaney picture. 1927, London After Midnight first premiered. This is considered like the most elusive and interesting lost movies ever. But you'd be really surprised. You look at like the numbers of like how many films were produced over like a sweeping amounts of time. And it's a lot. It is quite a lot. The amount of things that like we humans create that is then like put on the dumpster fire that is life, it's more than what is saved, significantly more than what is saved. But like, you know, we're all familiar with these pictures, but this book, also a Philip J. Riley with assistance by Forrest J. Ackerman production, features like the shooting script. So yes, the movie's gone, but the shooting script still exists, as well as the photoplay novelization by Mary Coolidge Rask. It's really fascinating because the Mary Coolidge Rask novelization from also 27 has a third character. Lon Chaney is the inspector, the man in the beaver hat, vampire-looking character, and then a third character who is like, what is it? John Hammond? Is that the main father figures? I forget. Anyway, there's like a third character that shows up who's like an old army buddy from India. And like, did Mary Coolidge Rask just invent that? Was that like in an earlier version of the script? Did that make it into production, but we just don't have any stills or script content for it? I don't know, but there's some interesting discrepancies between the two. That like Lon Chaney may have had even more to do than we think. I don't know. We will never know, because it will probably never be found. But if it does rear its head somehow or another, I think the general consensus is it probably wasn't a very good movie. Or the way Lon Chaney moved in it was very similar, supposedly, to some of Groucho Marx's stage movements, you know? In that, like, this wouldn't be creepy today. It would just kind of, like, be weird and funny, and that wasn't what was intended at the time. I don't know. Nobody knows. We will probably never find out, but then maybe, because then things do randomly show up. So like the chances are, there's no chances. But let's just keep looking forward to being let down. Ozzy Osbourne, born today 1948. Daryl Hannah, born today 1960. Elvis's comeback special aired today on NBC on this date 1968. And the Misfits play their first show with Bobby Steele and Joey Image on this date, 1978, which to me is like, that's the 12 Hits from Hell era, and that's like, you know, the quintessential golden age 2-year window of time where the Misfits are at their peak, in my humble opinion. And quite funny that I think it was last week in, you know, these videos we do, that like, that was the, like 1 week ago was when Bobby Steele met and practiced with them for like the first time. And it basically were like, I guess they were like, all right, you're in. And then like a week later, you're playing full shows with them. So that's how quickly time flies by, doesn't it? I guess so. It must mean we're having fun. Anyway, that's it. The whole day, December 3rd, from me to you. Till tomorrow, goodbye.